Hello and welcome to day 46 of Hoopjoy's quarantine hooping series. Stephanie is in the attic going through her fancy clothes, trying to find something to wear in tomorrow's video. I think she's going through all her old prom dresses right now, so I have decided to take this opportunity to hijack today's video and bring you a special lesson. Bet you didn't see that coming. So we are going to take advantage of this beautiful spring day today to take things outside and work on some skills that we don't normally get to practice inside or in the studio. We are going to practice tossing and catching our hoop. So you don't want to do this inside, only do this if you have space to work outside, but this is a fun way to bring some new skills into your hooping practice. So what we are going to do today for the first song is just work on our basic hand spins. Hand spins in the front plane with the hoop in front of you. I'm using my right hand, my dominant hand, going in the clockwise direction for me. It will be counterclockwise to you, but you can also practice catching and releasing and working in the other direction. You can practice getting your other hand in the hoop and working with your, in this case, my left hand. Bring my right hand into the hoop to transfer, bring my left hand in, and go back and forth. So just spend the first song getting comfortable with your hand spins, because that's the foundation for the catch and release techniques that we'll be working on today. So for the second song, what we are going to do is we're going to start taking our hand out of the hoop. At first we're going to do that really quickly. We're going to let the hoop continue rotating right in front of our body. We're not going to throw it up in the air. We're just going to quickly take the hand out and put it back in, just for a fraction of a second. Take the hand out and put it back in. You'll release the hoop, you'll remove your hand from the hoop when the hoop is over on this side of your body, and you'll put your hand back in at more or less the same place. Your hand will be here and the hoop will be on this side of your hand. So the hoop is just spinning in place in front of my body, and I'll quickly put my hand back into it. We're not throwing it up in the air, we're just letting it float in space momentarily in front of us and just getting used to that feeling of having the hoop be airborne without any direct contact with our body. So we'll spend the second song doing that, and once you're comfortable taking your hand out of the hoop, we'll start to incorporate a little bit of tossing motion for the third song. So as the third song starts, we are going to just give it a little bit of an upward toss as we release it. Maybe the bottom of the hoop will rise to about head level. And it doesn't take much motion in your arm to accomplish that. Just a little bit of letting the hoop's upward momentum carry it up as you release it. And when you catch it, you're going to catch it with your hand on the side of the hoop, and the hoop will just rotate right over the top of your hand and continue its natural motion. So it's important as you release the hoop and toss it upwards, it's important to really try to concentrate on making sure that that happens in a vertical plane. So as I move my hand upward to release it, I'm going to concentrate on making my hand move upward in a plane like this. If you're off to one side, if you're off to this side, the hoop will go in that direction. If your hand is moving this way, it will go in that direction as you release it. So you want to release it with an upward motion and have it go straight up in the air as much as possible. If I release it a little bit too late, it will go off to my right in this direction. If I release it too early, it will go off to my left in this direction. So as you're working on this and releasing the hoop for longer periods of time, you will drop it and the hoop will go flying. That happens to all of us. It'll probably happen to me as I'm practicing too. So just be conscious of the direction of the rotation of the hoop. So my hoop is moving in a clockwise direction, so if I release it and miss it, it's going to move that way. And it's going to roll. And so we're not in the studio here, there aren't any walls around us, so just be careful and be aware of your surroundings. If the hoop is spinning fast and it lands well, it will really take off and go shooting in that direction, or in that direction if you're spinning the other way. So make sure you have some kind of obstruction or some ability to block the hoop, or else it's really going to go flying. So the third song, we're working on tossing upwards. Again, we're concentrating on moving straight up. You can even move your body. You can bend your knees and kind of shoot your body upwards as you release it, down and up. And that will help make sure it's going in a upward trajectory as you release it, down and up, down and up, down and up, like that. Okay, so for the fourth song, we're going to try to incorporate both hands into this. So I've been working primarily with my right hand here, then I'm going to put my left hand into the hoop and transfer, and then I'm going to try to toss with my left hand. Catch it with my left hand. Toss it, and catch it. I'll go back to my right hand, toss it, and catch. Go back to the left hand, toss it, and catch. I'll try to toss with my left hand and catch it with my right. Toss it with my right hand and catch it with my left hand. Just all the combinations that you can do so that you can get equally comfortable working in both your hands. I'm not equally comfortable with both my hands. I'm definitely better with my right hand, but it's good practice, as you know from all of your hooping work, to practice things with the other arm, the other direction, and so on. So for the fourth song, we'll just spend it going back and forth, doing various combinations of tossing from one hand to the other. And for our fifth and final song, what we're going to do is we're going to take that motion and we're going to exaggerate it a little bit and work in kind of a rainbow fashion. So I'll take a step back here, and spinning with my left hand, I'm going to actually hold it off to the side of my body, and this time I'm not going to go straight up, but I'm going to release it in this direction so that it moves across my body, and I'm going to catch it with my right hand. So release here, move across the body, and catch it with my right hand. In that case, I gave it a little bit too much of a push, and I had to step to the right to catch it, which definitely happens sometimes. But ideally, what would happen is you release it with an extended, in my case, extended left arm, have it arc across your body, and then catch it with an extended right arm. Move it back, off to the left, toss it in an arc, and catch it with an extended opposite arm. Work it back, toss it, catch it, work it back, toss it, catch it. And as you get more used to that range of motion, you can do it more quickly. So I'm not stopping to spin each time. I'm just toss and catch and transfer and toss and catch and transfer and toss, catch and transfer and toss. But you can slow that down as much as you want. So take a few spins here, take a few spins here, take a few spins as you bring it over here, and then toss. And once you get used to the right amount of force to do that, you can get a nice rainbow motion as it moves across your body. So, to recap, what we did today was we started with some basic hand spins just to get used to the hoop moving in that front plane. We did some really easy and quick releases of your hand to let the hoop float in space in front of us for the second song. Then we moved on in the third song to try to toss it straight up and get some more elevation and work that higher and higher. In the fourth song, we started to work on moving from one hand to another, tossing and catching with both of our hands. And then in the fifth song, we exaggerated that movement and worked on this rainbow pattern across the body, where we toss it on one side of the body and catch it on the extreme opposite other end of the body. So I hope you enjoyed today's special Hoop Joy lesson. Stephanie will be back tomorrow with a lesson that will no doubt be much more organized and skillful. But until then, enjoy your hooping, stay safe, and be well. Thank you.